Hello and welcome to this week's Reef Health Update. We're continuing to look at the effects of the very recent very heavy rainfall and floods that have occurred across much of North Queensland, including the effects upon the flora and fauna found in the waters, but also the effects upon water quality in the region. We've seen moderate to major flood levels exceeded in many of the rivers between Cairns all the way down to Mackay, and we're looking carefully at the extent of the flood plumes that have resulted out of those river mouths. We're getting some imagery from both satellites and from aerial imagery of those flood plumes, and what we're seeing at the moment is that in some cases that's extended not just to the inshore reefs but actually out to the mid-shelf reefs as well. I'll be looking carefully with our partners, particularly from the Marine Monitoring Program, as to what the consequences of those flood plumes actually are. We're also monitoring temperatures carefully, whilst there's been some respite, as I said last week, from the recent cloud cover and rainfall and wind associated with a low pressure system across much of the reef, and we had seen temperatures drop back, but they're still above the long-term averages for many parts of the marine park. And those and the longer-term forecasts that we're expecting to see between 0.5 and 1 degree above the long-term averages for the remainder of the summer months. And so we have to watch carefully whether that heat stress translates into impacts upon coral communities and other communities in the waters of the marine park. So over the past fortnight we've received 175 reef health and impact surveys from 19 reefs within the marine park. Those surveys are really important because they provide a comprehensive understanding or detailed understanding of what's going on those particular reefs from a coral health perspective. As I say, we'll continue to have that information monitored carefully over the coming weeks. We're also receiving information from our crown of thorn starfish control program, including information on reef health as well as crown of thorn starfish numbers. And that combined information is helping us to target such programs to make sure that they can be as effective as possible. At the moment, the crown of thorn starfish program is focused upon reefs in the southern end of the Great Barrier Reef, where we've seen some outbreak levels of crown of thorn starfish, and also in the northern reefs. And they target those reefs specifically to make sure that we can support coral growth as much as possible, which is particularly important when we see it recovering from other reef health impacts. So it's a busy time out on the Great Barrier Reef at the moment. It's important that we have as much information as possible. We gather that from multiple sources. You can help us by downloading the Eye on the Reef app to your smartphone, which both allows you to understand the rules of what's allowed in the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park, as well as the amazing creatures that are out there, and to tell us about things that you may see in your travels out into this wonderful and amazing place. So it's a busy time. I look forward to bringing you the next Reef Health Update next week.